Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
My name's Olive and this is my dad, Mike.
And we are without Penny today.
Yeah.
Penny didn't want to review this one. In fact, when we were watching the thing that we were going to watch, I told her to pay attention.
She did not at all.
And then I said, you need to pay attention if you're going to review this with us. And she said, it's sometimes Penny. Sometimes Penny. So she really understands, and she likes that idea that, yeah, it's sometimes it's Penny.
Yeah, it's not Mike and Olive review things always with Penny. Yeah. It's only sometimes Penny.
So what is today? What are we going to watch? Or we watched yesterday. It came out on Christmas. I think a lot of people already watched it already. It premiered in theaters as well as on HBO Max at the same time, and it is...
Wonder Woman 1984!
Wonder Woman 1984. So this is the sequel to Wonder Woman that came out in 2017. And that one took place in World War I or World War II. One of those. And then, since she doesn't age or anything, this now takes place in the 80s.
Wait, she doesn't age?
Well, yeah, that's why she's looks exactly the same as she did in the first one. She's an Amazon. I don't know too much. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, please educate us about Wonder Woman's aging or non-aging. So this one takes place in 1984. And before we start talking about this, what did you think? We watched the original the night before again. We saw it in the theater when it first came out. We've seen it a few times. We own the Blu-ray. What did you think of the original Wonder Woman?
It was better than the second one.
Sorry.
It was the second one was so
We don't need to get into the second one yet.
Yeah, well,
let's just talk about the first one real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about the first one.
I love the first one. I thought the first one was great.
It's great.
It was really great way of introducing the character. I love the opening scenes where they're in the... I can't remember the name of where they live. But
Amazons?
Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. They don't live in the Amazon. I don't know. But, and then it's just the scene with the no man's land where she walks through and she blocks the bullets is great. It's one of the best scenes in any superhero movie. And I remember having a terrible theater experience. We went on a Saturday. It was probably the last time I ever saw a movie on the weekend. The theater was packed. It was sold out. We were sitting in the front row. It was so hot. And there was a baby crying the entire time to the point that people even were yelling at the lady, just being like, leave, take your baby and leave. And she was yelling back at them. It was such a terrible movie-going experience. And I still liked it a lot.
Also, the front row, I barely can see anything from the front row. Because you mostly have to do this.
So, this one we got to watch at home. We have a 144-inch projection screen and an 800-watt PA system, and it's a great experience. It's wonderful. It's as good of an experience as you could possibly get besides going to the theater, but not having to deal with other people and all that kind of stuff. And the movie was garbage.
It was trash.
We did not like it.
No, it was terrible.
Yeah. In fact, I even texted a friend and I'm like, I disliked it so much. I kind of don't even want to review it because I feel like I'm just going to be so mean about it.
That's fine. That's the point.
That's the point. I don't know. I don't like reviewing things that I dislike. I kind of I want people to be like, yeah, this is why you should like something. But I didn't like it from the very beginning. I didn't like the opening scene where she's a little girl and she's competing in the Olympics against all these women Amazons and she's dominating them. And it's why is she a tiny little girl? Why couldn't it just be Gal Gadot before she left that island? Or a teenage version? Or, yeah, that's the actress. The adult actress that plays Wonder Woman. I don't know.
It's Gal Gadot?
Yeah, Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. And now I was going to say it so many times it's lost all meaning. But I also hated the opening scene in the mall. The mall scene where they the robbers, they're getting chased by security, mall cop security.
They weren't even chasing them. They were like, put your hands up. And they were like, like, put your hands up, and they didn't really try.
Right. And then that guy was like, I'm not going back to prison, and he takes that little girl, and he doesn't even take her as a hostage. Like, he doesn't have a gun or anything. He just threatens to throw her over and murder this child until Wonder Woman comes and saves her. And so I've seen some things where people have said, oh, this is just like the TV show, the Linda Carter TV show in the 60s or 70s or whatever, and it's supposed to be cheesy and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if that's the case. If it is the case, then yeah, maybe they got that right, but I just don't know who they're appealing to. If they're trying to appeal to this new generation of people that love, like, Marvel movies and Star Wars and different things like this, why go back to just weird, cheesy...
Yeah, I like Star Wars and Marvels, but that was just terrible.
And we came up with this on our own. Like, we weren't even like, hey, let's both say we dislike this movie. No. I said, hey, what did you think? And she told me that she disliked it, and then I told her I disliked it. So,
I even said the J word a couple of times.
The J word? Jerk? Okay. What, like they were jerking us around? Or
well, mostly the movie was.
The movie was a jerk. But I've also seen people that love it, and that's awesome. I wish I was you. I honestly would love to have loved this movie. I think it had so much potential, and I feel like I wish I could leave the plot holes and the ridiculous and but I even like, because we're gonna come up with and talk about our favorite scene and our favorite character and everything, and it took me a long time to even come up with something that I liked. So what was your favorite? Who was your favorite character? Make sure to look in the camera. You're just staring at me a lot.
So at first I actually did like the girl who was not good in heels, but then once she like wished.
Kristen Wiig's character.
Yeah. But then when she like wished.
And then she becomes bad.
Yeah.
I don't even need to talk too much about the plot. You wish something comes. If you wish on this crystal, your wish comes true, but then like it takes something from you as well. So she wishes that she's like beautiful and strong and independent, like Wonder Woman is. But then she loses
sexy.
Loses that piece of herself that makes her kind of a human. Yeah, I will say Kristen Wiig's character. I can't remember what her actual name is. Brenda? Yeah, let's go with Brenda.
Yeah.
Hey, it's probably Brenda. I can look it up. Anyway, I thought she was good. I did think Kristen Wiig did a really good job. But yeah, that's probably the only character. What did you think of Mandalorian?
It was way better than
No. Pedro Pascal.
Oh.
So the main villain, Barbara.
I said Brenda.
Barbara Minerva. So we got Diana Prince as Wonder Woman. Steve Trevor is the guy that comes back. Maxwell Lord is Pedro Pascal. What'd you think of his character?
He was a lot.
He was a lot. Yeah. You know you're doing something. You're really going for it when a 9-year-old's like, he was a lot.
Yeah, and for some reason, I just keep seeing him in movies that come out on Friday. Like, last Friday, The Mandalorian came out. Everybody knows he's the main character.
Not everybody, because he's usually masked. Then you guys watched another movie with him.
Yeah, like this morning, I watched another movie where he is a dad. Again, so why is everybody putting him in the dad position? He's the dad for Baby Yoda. He's the dad for whatever that kid's name is.
I know. The parental situation where that kid was just like by himself all the time.
Literally.
Like, all the time. And just being like, Dad, where are you? He's going for it for sure. What was your favorite scene?
I like when Diana explains of like what some of the artifacts are. That's mostly one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. So You're such a nerd that you liked when they were in the museum and she's just going around to different pieces of the
Yes.
exhibit and being like, this is what this is. That's funny.
Yada, yada, yada.
My favorite scene is the 3 seconds when they arrive at the gala, the event, and Diana comes out of the car and she's wearing that white dress because she looks incredible.
Yeah, for some reason she really likes like really high slips. Cause in the first one, she for some reason stole a dress from a lady with a really high slip.
Slit.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Slip.
No, with a T, not a P.
Slit?
Slit. It's like a slit in a dress.
Oh yeah.
A slip. I think there's this. I don't know. I'm not going to get into women's fashion.
That might be why everybody thinks she's so. That might be why Diana wants.
She looks great.
I know.
She looks incredible. I got no complaints there. What did we not like about it?
Almost everything.
Almost everything else. Yeah. There are a lot of things that, I mean, I couldn't recover after the let's murder a child in the mall scene.
Yeah, this is also one thing that kind of confused me.
Yeah.
So when Steve, I think his name is, came back, they kept saying he possessed somebody else's body, but when we saw him, he just looked like Steve.
Yeah, the idea was that we were seeing him from her perspective, and she was just seeing him as Steve, not the guy that she possessed. There's a show called Quantum Leap from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, we don't have to explain that.
And, yeah, Ryan. I mean, but some people really liked it. That's the thing. I have seen people be like, I love this movie. So I will say it's not, I mean, if you have HBO Max, watch it. Why not? Like, you can.
Why not?
I don't regret spending our Christmas evening watching the movie.
Yeah,
So.
at least, like, 10 seconds of it.
And I will say,
good.
I know, I mean, I already saw, I'm in a movie group on Facebook, and there were a lot of people that saw it yesterday, and we were all trashing it. And then there's people that saw it today who had read that stuff, and they were like, oh, I really liked it. So maybe we lowered people's expectations. That's how sometimes it goes. That's what happened with Tenet. I went in with very low expectations because I heard terrible things, and I loved it. I watched it twice in 2 days. All right. Was it scary? Now we're to the part where, is this good for kids?
I don't think kids would want to watch it.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Wow, quote, I don't think kids would want to watch it. Yeah, Penny was pretty bored. She played a lot, then she just fell asleep.
Yes.
Molly fell asleep.
So she actually, in like the first, when you came up to go grab cheese balls for us, she said, I've been almost falling asleep like 7 times already.
Who, Mom?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Tenet as well. I wish we could discuss that here. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos explaining Tenet, and I love it. So anyway, it's not bad for kids. I don't think there were really...
Maybe the part where...
There wasn't any scary
cheating?
part. The cheating?
No, Cheetah. When
Cheetah.
she turns into the cheetah.
Well, spoiler.
Also, that was a terrible look.
It was a terrible look. They definitely went for the cat's look rather than... the CGI is not great either. This is where I did see...
Not that type of cats.
Yeah. Someone's upstairs. All right. So it wasn't necessarily scary, but I don't think it's a movie that kids are going to want to watch over and over again. Whereas I thought the first one was a lot more serious and dark, but it was much better for kids.
Yeah, like, there was not... Well, mostly, the first one was better because... Well, one introduced, and 2, it was just better.
And it was just better. Straight up.
Did they have different directors?
No, same director. Patty Jenkins. Wait, I think so. Let me double check.
Do you have this app for, like, for movies?
Yeah, IMDb. Patty Jenkins. She did awesome. Everybody celebrated her in the first one. So, I don't know. I don't know, DC. I don't know. But we didn't have to pay like $45 to go see it in the theater.
I think that would just be a waste of money.
Yeah.
Also, popcorn.
And popcorn, right. All right, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things. Our viewer count is going up. People are commenting now. For a second, I thought maybe we had the comments turned off. We don't. I guess people just didn't want to ask us questions about Wonder Woman.
Because we told them everything.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things. That has been Wonder Woman. We're going to go watch Soul tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to watch Soul, and we're going to review that.
What if it has Pedro Pascal?
It doesn't have Pedro Pascal.
God.
So, all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.